So the big question for today's video, does 120 hertz really matter and make a difference in PlayStation VR2? That is the question because, again, if you don't know, this device does support a wide variety of different options, even if your TV or display monitor, whatever, doesn't support it. So for example, of course, the screen is OLED. First of all, it's also HDR compatible. And again, if your device doesn't support HDR, like your TV or your monitor or whatever, that's completely fine because you'll still have HDR in the PSVR2 headset, but also 120 hertz, which can make a big difference. We know there's a lot of PS5 games specifically that support 120 hertz, such as Destiny 2, Call of Duty, different things like that. The question is, does it really make that much of a difference when you're playing games in 120 hertz in the PSVR2? Now, the big, most people are going to say, yeah, of course it does. But I'm going to test it out. I'm going to go through a variety of games, and I'm going to see if I can notice a difference in these games. So if you guys enjoy this one, stick around for more. We do a variety of gaming content. We're doing a lot of PSVR2 lately because I've been absolutely loving this thing. So I hope to see you guys in future content as well. All right, if you guys are ready, I'm ready for this. Let's go ahead and jump into this. All right, so let's go ahead and start with Horizon Call of the Mountain, which I already have booted up. I'm pretty sure that if there's a game that supports 120, it would be the first party title. Now, again, I tried to look this up, but I'm not 100% sure. But let me shoot some arrows here and see how my arrows kind of fly, and then just kind of looking around, moving my hands around. Just the smoothness of everything. And again, I'm shooting my arrows. Now let me go into my settings. Again, I'm going to go into my settings here. Like I said, I'm going to go down to other settings, and I'm going to enable it. I'm not going to show you guys this for every single title, but just for this one, you can see that it's going to turn on, and now it's on. Okay, again, I'm only showing you this for now. Every other title, I'm just going to cut that portion out. Okay, so let me go ahead and shoot some arrows. Wow, okay, I don't know if it's just me. It could just be placebo, right? It could just be in my head. I don't think it is, though. My arrows seem like when I shoot an arrow, this is going to sound a little bit weird. Maybe. But it seems like the arrows are flying faster. Whoa, I just hit myself in the head. It seems like my arrows are flying faster. Like, when I'm shooting that arrow, it feels like it's moving at a faster speed. Which would make sense because there's more frames, and more frames, obviously as the arrow moves through the air, that's a sequence of frames, right? And if there's more frames, if I'm having 120 hertz instead of, like let's say 60, I'm getting double the frames, then it would give me the impression, or I don't know if illusion is the right word, that that arrow is moving faster. And again, as I move around, everything does feel smoother. Again, it could be, it could be in my head. It could be placebo, if you will. I don't know if placebo is the right word to use in this circumstance, but I don't know, man. It does feel smoother. So I don't know. That's Horizon. Let me just hold on. How do I get rid of this? Let me climb. I did a lot of climbing in this game. So let me see. Climbing. I mean, maybe it kind of feels maybe like it's a little bit smoother. Climbing is maybe a little bit less obvious than, like, the archery. And again, like I said, maybe it's in my head. Maybe this game doesn't even support it. But I don't know. I think it does something. Let me try some other games though, because I definitely think, like I said, especially with the archery, it definitely feels like it's doing something. So let me try some other games. So I'm in Star Wars Tales from the Galaxy's Edge. I played this game a lot as well. Like, I beat the entire game. I did literally everything that there is to do. Well, not everything. I didn't do like all the little tiny side missions, like collect like all the sporks and whatnot. Okay, we'll take that. I didn't do that, but just kind of walking around here. I'm in 120 hertz right now, by the way. Walking around, the movement, I don't notice a big difference in this game. Again, I don't know if this game even supports it. The real test could be when I do the cinematic mode for a couple games that I play frequently. Like, I play a lot of Destiny 2. I play a lot of that game, so I might be able to notice it a little bit better, because I actually typically have 120 hertz off when I play it in flat screen. So I will notice if, you know, the difference between 60 and 120. I know people are gonna be like, why don't you use 120 in the game? I don't know. Because every time, like, it's a recording issue where it's like every time I have a game in 120 hertz and I boot it up, it like does some weird thing with my Elgato. But anyways, we're doing this for the sake of testing, so I don't know. I could go around, I could start shooting this thing outside, but I mean, just the movement, it doesn't really feel that much different. This feels the same. So I don't even think this game supports it necessarily. So anyways, let's move on. I got a couple other PSVR2 headset, not headset, but games to check out, and then we'll go into the flat screen stuff as well, like Destiny 2, for example. So I came into Pavlov just really quick. I don't think Pavlov supports 120, and technically I'm crouching in the game because I'm sitting, but I didn't feel like standing up, so I'm just crouching all over the place. Hey, bro, what are you doing there, bro? Hey, okay. Yeah, I don't think Pavlov supports 120. To be honest, I think, what is this guy? Is he taking a poo? Are you taking a poo over there, buddy? Oh boy, this game cracks me up, man. I love this game. If you haven't tried this game, man, definitely check it out. I got a couple videos that are gonna be going up. Well, I have one already up. I have a second one that I made a couple days ago that I don't know. It's probably going to be up, actually, by the time you see this video. So, yeah. This guy's taking a poo, too. I don't know what's with that. Anyways, Pavlov, yeah, I don't think it's 120. Just moving around like my gun like this. Just shooting. The way that everybody else looks. Hold on. Let me get a kill. Ah, dude, that was gnarly. Hold on. Okay, I'm in the courtyard. Anybody wanna fight? Okay, I could sit here all day playing this game, so we should probably, hold on. I suck at this gun. Okay, well, let's move on. All right, let's try a little bit of pistol whip here. I'm gonna have to mute the audio because obvious, and I am sitting down. Whoa, what is that? I got a trophy? Hey, look at that, we're getting trophies live. All right, anyways, let's continue this. Yeah, I'm probably gonna die now. I will say that just the movement right now, it doesn't really feel like 120. It still feels like 60 in this game. So I could almost say immediately that I'm pretty sure this game is only 60. Again, I tried to look up a list of like which games support 120, but I couldn't find an actual list, at least for PSVR2 games. So I don't know, man. This game is great, though. I highly recommend it. It's a ton of fun. I've been having a blast. And I'm going to die here. But that's okay, because I think we're ready to move on to the next game to check some more out. All right, guys, so we are in Modern Warfare, which obviously is not a VR title, but I'm seeing it in cinematic mode, which, by the way, the input lag or the latency is so much worse than my monitor, which is like 1 millisecond. I don't know what the latency is in cinematic mode, but my gosh, it is brutal to try to aim. I will say that it definitely feels really smooth, really quick, really snappy, compared to, you know, again, I usually play this game in 60. Don't ask why. Well, I kind of already explained why earlier, but anyways, it does feel like it feels like it's 120 to me, anyways. You got again, YouTube's not gonna do like the whole 120 thing, unfortunately, but you got to go based off of like what I'm telling you guys and kind of my reaction to it. Again, this is really hard. It's really hard to play this game in VR, man. Dude, we should make like a challenge video or something, like, hey, trying to play this game in VR or whatever. That'd be cool. That'd be fun. Let me know if you guys want to see something like that. Anyways, yeah, definitely makes a difference. 120 hertz. Again, it's hard to tell what the game supported. I love Pavlov, but I don't think that game supports 120 for sure. I didn't expect it to either. But with COD, it definitely feels like 120 to me, anyways. It looks kind of cool because, again, it feels like I'm playing this in like a massive theater room. For you guys, you don't see anything really but what you normally see on the recording end. But for me, I see, I feel like I'm in a theater, which is really cool. Anyway, so yeah, 120, definitely in COD, but we got a couple more to check out. We're actually gonna go to Gran Turismo 7 next, so that's a VR title, so let's check that out right now. Alright, so before we jump into Gran Turismo 7, let me just show you guys that yes, I still do have 120 hertz enabled. That has definitely been enabled this whole time, just so you know, because again, I haven't been showing you guys through this whole time. Oh man, every time I jump into this, I can't even focus on whatever I'm saying because it is so freaking cool to play this game in VR. Like, this is one of the coolest VR games ever. And I really wish you guys could see what I see, because it feels like I'm in the car, racing along these tracks, and it's such an amazing feeling. And the only thing that I'm missing to make it 100% like realistic is, you know, a wheel, which sadly I don't have. I've wanted to get one for a long time, but I don't even know. They're kind of pricey and whatnot, and I'm not like some kind of like hardcore racing simulator guy, but those would be a lot of fun, let's be honest. Anyways, okay, is this, I don't even know if this game is 120 hertz. So again, I'm going in this blind, which it might actually be better, because it might give you an idea if it's just a placebo effect or what. Initial impressions is like, it's very hard to tell. I don't think it's much different than what it normally is, but at the same time, it does feel very smooth. So it feels like, again, this game already felt very smooth. I don't think it's 120, but again, I'm not really sure, to be honest with you. It's easier to tell in games like FPS games or like, you know, like Horizon, right? I was talking about the arrow. I'm almost positive Horizon supports 120 because that arrow definitely seemed to be moving differently from my perspective anyways, and, you know, my perception of it. But with this, again, it's harder to tell because it's more like my surroundings that are, whoa, we're going off-road here now, baby. All right. This isn't the, dude. I like how I literally have to look physically to check if there's anyone coming. It's so cool, man. Oh my goodness. Okay, anyways, yeah, I don't know. I think it's a little smoother, but honestly, it's not like night and day. Like Horizon, I was almost positive that arrow flying, the archery, the movement felt smoother. This game already felt so good that it's like, it's really hard for me to say. But the game feels great. So even if this is not 120 supportive, it feels amazing in VR. So anyways, we got one or two more to check out. Let's go do that right now, and then we'll kind of wrap things up and give the grand conclusion to all of this. Okay, so we're in Destiny 2, and the reason for Destiny 2, and the reason we're not in Crucible, because 120 hertz is actually only for Crucible. So I wanted to check out this right here, see how it feels in VR, which is really trippy, honestly. I've been playing a lot of Destiny 2 Lightfall the past few weeks, or a couple weeks, whenever it's come out. And so I can definitely, you know, this game's more fresh. I mean, obviously I've played some of the PSVR2 games a lot as well, but I mean, if you're talking about games that I put in the most hours, I put like a ton of hours in Destiny as a whole, so I'm very familiar with it. Moving around here, yeah, I can tell this is 60. I can tell this feels exactly the same as it normally does on my TV, minus the input lag, the latency being a little bit different, because like I said, my monitor is very low latency. But so now we're gonna go to Crucible, and we're gonna see, just so I can get like a one-for-one comparison, because again, Crucible is the only thing that supports 120, and I'll actually show you guys right now while we load in. I'll show you guys in the settings that is the case. So if we go here and we go to video, there's 120 hertz mode, and it says Crucible only. So requires a 120 hertz display, which we have enabled in the console settings. You enable 120 hertz refresh rate with lowered graphics settings in Crucible game modes. 120 hertz display is required. So again, it's going to be Crucible only, which is PvP for those who don't know. So we're going to go in here. We're going to go test out the Crucible, and we're going to see. Also, interestingly to see, hold on, does it automatically turn on HDR for me or not? No, HDR is actually off. I'm not going to turn this on because again, it just kind of crushes the blacks on your guys' end, and then everything looks hard to see. But we're gonna load in here, and we're gonna see. All right, so we are in the Crucible, and honestly, first thing off the bat, it feels smoother, dude. it feels like a 120. Again, I'm still struggling with the whole latency thing. I'm not used to playing on any other display than my, like I said, 1 millisecond display, because especially, you know, like multiplayer games. But it's definitely, like, it's buttery smooth, man. It is 100% noticeable right off the top. 120 hertz definitely makes a difference for this in cinematic mode. I apparently can't get any kills though, so that's unfortunate. But yeah, again, like, just kind of everything moving around. Like, again, we were just moving around in Neomuna in PvE, and so I have like a 1-for-1 comparison to kind of compare it to. And whoa, hold on here. Ah, come on, dude. I got a bounty to collect heavy. You kidding me? Get out of here. Anyways, so comparing it like back to back, I mean, again, you could tell that this is smoother. I don't know, like, you guys probably can't. Maybe, I mean, you probably can't. Because, like I said, YouTube's only 60. My recording device is only 60. 4K 60. But you could definitely, like, you feel it, man. You feel it. So, like, I mean, you see it. So the 120 hertz definitely makes a difference for the games that, like, support it. But again, you got to keep in mind that, like, not every single game is going to support it, right? And that's kind of the big thing here, is that you know, it's going to be heavily dependent on which games support, which games support 120 and which games don't, right? Because, I mean, again, I'd say it's worth just keeping on, because it doesn't hurt to have 120 on. So any games that do support it that you play, you're going to notice that it is going to be, you know, more smooth. It's going to perform better, and whatnot. But obviously keep in mind that some games like this, that, you know, sometimes you're going to take a graphical hit. Sometimes the graphics are going to take a bit of a hit for the sake of hitting 120. So that's another reason why I keep 120 off, because I don't mind 60. I really don't. So I you know, that's why I feel like my flat screen stuff, for me to just have like 60 but have better graphics, I'm okay with that. So there's a little bit of a trade-off. But Destiny 2, Crucible, definitely noticeable inside the PSVR2 headset at 120. Absolutely no doubt about it in my mind. All right, so what's the conclusion? Does 120 hertz make a difference in the PSVR2? The answer is yes, it absolutely does, but it depends on games supporting it, right? Going through this list, I actually did check, and it's what I was thinking. Gran Turismo 7 does not support it. It's actually 60 FPS, and that's why I was saying, I don't really think that this is feeling any different in that game. But games like, you know, Destiny 2, like I said, we definitely noticed a difference. Call of Duty felt smoother. Like I said, games like Pistol Whip and Pavlov and Star Wars, I think only support 60. Horizon, I actually don't know. Let me look it up real quick. So I can't actually find any kind of solid information for some reason on Horizon Call of the Mountain. Everything that I look up, it just has to do with the PSVR2 being 120 hertz. So I don't know, but I will say that from my perspective, and you guys could test this out for yourself and let me know if you think I'm crazy or if you think, you know, what I'm saying rings true, but it does feel like everything is smoother in Horizon for me. Like I said, shooting that arrow, it gave me the I guess illusion that arrow was flying a lot faster when I turned on 120. Was that a placebo kind of effect? Maybe. I don't know. I will say the Destiny 2 Crucible, definitely 100% noticeable. You know, Call of Duty, the games that I know definitely do support it. I know for a fact that it was noticeable. Horizon, pretty sure. Like I said, the games that were not 120 hertz supportive, you've seen that I was a lot more iffy on, like, you know, Pistol Whip, Pavlov, Gran Turismo 7, which I found out Gran Turismo 7, like I said, is only 60 anyways. So yeah, that's why I was iffy with those. But the games that I was like, yeah, I'm pretty sure this is 120. I mean, you know, so that's like half of the games we tried seem to be 120. Half the games we tried, not. Two of them being non-VR games. So I would say, like I said, leave it on unless there's a game that says that, you know, turning it on is going to, you know, diminish the graphic fidelity and you rather have higher graphics at 60, then obviously keep it off. But it definitely makes it a lot smoother for the games that does support it. So that's my conclusion. Does 120 hertz really make a difference in PSVR 2? Yeah, it does. But it depends, like I said, on what games support it. So let me know what you think in the comments below. Go test it out for yourselves if you have the PSVR2, and let me know what you think, if you know it is worth turning it on or not, down in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Stick around for more content, and until the next one, friends. Game on. I'll see you guys soon.